going on YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Today I have my lovely chat with me. As you can see them in that box, they're probably going to say hi, or if they say something crazy, just ignore it. Anyway, we're going to make a tier list, right, for patch 1.01. Obviously there's some characters here that are not out yet, but I can't wait for them to come out like everybody else, so we won't be talking about them. However, this is going to be a teams focused tier list. I'm not too fond of the singles tier list anymore because honestly the singles format does not matter because it ain't the main format to begin with. So doubles, remember that. Teams, how good is this character in the doubles meta currently? That is what we want to know. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So this may come as a surprise to you guys, but I still think that Bugs freaking Bunny is the best character in the game. Yes, I do. Why? I think he got nerfed. We all seen that he got nerfed. However, he still retains the same evasiveness, the same combo game, the same damage output. Bat got nerfed and you're still dying to it super early. I thought that the hitbox entirely for the Bat needed to change. There's no reason why the Bat should hit in front of him, above him, and behind him. So, to make this quick, sure, he did get nerfed, but he got nerfed on whiff. And honestly, it's not as bad as it seems. To be honest, I feel like he only got minor nerfs. I still think that this character is going to be very successful in the meta, and I still believe that he quite literally is the best character in the game. So yeah, there's that. That's a quick one. Up next, I'm gonna go for Velma. I think Velma can do it all. The only thing she can't do is tank because her weight has been tanked. However, it's already hard enough to approach her as is. I've been starting to think about Velma a little bit differently in a sense because I feel like every single time there's a patch, right, or a perk that needs to be nerfed, Velma is somehow attached to that problem. So it's to the point where it feels like Velma is causing the game to ultimately be balanced around her in some ways. It might not be a major way where all perks need to be reworked, but as you can see, she's gotten certain perks nerfed because of just her own abilities. Not only that, she has been nerfed numerous times, sometimes harder than others, and she is still, quite literally still, the optimal character to run in the doubles format no matter what. It's nuts. Quite literally, it's kind of crazy. Not to mention, we just got rid of that whole Iron Giant Velma thing. Hopefully it's actually dead now because that took no skill. It was very toxic. Honestly, if events were being ran, I would have said like straight up, guys, like, what are we gonna do about Velma Giant? Because when I played it, I was like, wow, damn, that's what that feels like. Okay, so yeah, Velma is just an essential part of any team. In some cases, honestly, she might be the better pick than Bugs Bunny to have on your team depending on who you're playing. So, who knows? They could be interchangeable or both S tier, but I do think these two characters in the doubles meta still are a cut above the rest, and I'm hoping that true balance and reworking is actually brought to these characters because they're godlike. And it's not a bad thing to be godlike. It's just when you're that much better than everybody else, what's the point? Up next on this list, this comes to no surprise, but a surprise to me. I'm actually going to bring up the Iron Giant, guys. If you've seen my past tier list, I've said that this character is buns. I thought this character sucked, straight up. And so to now see that the Iron Giant has pretty much a 60% win rate, he's pretty much good teamed up with most of the characters in the game, it still doesn't really resonate with my mind. And I think I've had him so low for all this time is because me and Void pretty much invalidate that character. Unless he's with a Velma, of course, then that's a whole different story. You're playing an entirely different game. However, I think the matchup versus Tom and Jerry is horrible, and then I think just my understanding of heavies in general helps carry me versus that character. But I do kind of see now how good he's actually performing, and you guys know back in the day I would be like, Iron Giant's that high? How? That was genuine confusion. I did not know how that character was performing that well. So honestly, I have to give credit where credit is due. The Giant is good. And the sad part about him is he's getting nerfed a lot. And I don't think he's getting nerfed in a sense because he's too strong. I think that he's still bugged in a sense. And so, honestly, I feel like as they continue to nerf and actually like correct him, he will be brought down to a normal standard. But The Giant is such a cool character and a cool concept. It sucks that every patch notes we have to see him get nerfed. However, you have to think about the longevity of the game. If the character is still really buggy, then those are things that absolutely have to be corrected, even if it results in a nerf. And that's just something that people are going to have to get used to when it comes to the Giant. Maybe one day we'll see some genuine Giant buffs and he'll return to grace and form. But for now, he's high tier, but not for the best reasons. Going into another character, I'm actually going to, of course, pick Tom and Jerry. Does it really need much introduction? Honestly, does it really need much introduction? In fact, you could argue that he would be here, however, no. So, Tom and Jerry, in my opinion, is top 3 in the game. If I ordered this, I have Tom and Jerry at 3rd. Tom and Jerry is not even far away from being S tier. This character is nuts, like actually crazy.
Pause. 90% of you are not subscribed to the channel. While I understand that you don't necessarily have to, I would greatly appreciate it if you considered subscribing to the channel, especially if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to continuously put out fire videos for all of you in hopes of one day reaching my ultimate goal of 100k subs on YouTube. And once we get to that milestone, we shoot to the heavens for 1 million, and this can only happen with your support. So please, it's quick, it's free, and it would make me the happiest person in the world. Thank you guys so much. Much love.
The thing is, unlike the 2 characters above him, there's actually a skill ceiling required to play this character. He's not a pick up and play character, straight up. And so I think that Tom and Jerry is really good, and I think that the fact that that skill ceiling exists is really cool. Would I call for nerfs? No. And if I did, they would be very minor. Of course, people are going to say, well, your teammate plays Tom and Jerry, blah, blah, blah. As I say in all my tier list videos, I'd be the first one to tell him his character is a hunk of shit. But when I really think about that, I do think that there are probably nerfs incoming. I just think characters should be nerfed more so, either because they make the game degenerate at a lower level, causing lower level players to absolutely not have fun, or they over-centralize the meta. Looking at those 2 above. Tom and Jerry does not over-centralize the meta like the 2 characters above him. In fact, again, the only Tom and Jerry player that's actually doing anything relevant is Void. And so, does his character need to be gutted because he's performing well? That doesn't make sense to me. So that's just my opinion on Tom and Jerry. Don't really need to go over why they're godlike. They can scrap you up close. His spike is the size of a meteor. His probably worst point is disadvantage state, and even then you have to actually be scared of getting reversaled in that sense. He can pretty much do it all. He's a really good character. Very good character. I have him in top 3 for sure. He's godlike. Like, that's all that needs to be said. Other than that, I will go ahead and throw Taz into the mix and free Taz! Free him! Bring him back! Please! Bring him back! Shout outs to Courage and TLTC for keeping this character on the map. I don't know how y'all are doing it with those nerfs. I don't know how you're doing it. I love Taz so much. He sucks. He's a joke. I can't wait for them buffs. I cannot wait for the next patch. I need to see those buffs, and I need to see him loud and proud. Bring him back. He didn't deserve it. Chat W if Taz didn't deserve to get nerfed as hard as he did. L if you think he deserved it. I'm looking for all the L's on the chat right now so I can see who was getting bodied by a tornado and didn't know the counterplay. I see y'all. Y'all giving it away. You guys are giving it away. They're giving it away. All those L's are the players that was getting mollywopped by a tornado, and they're like, man, instead of learning how to beat it, I'm gonna just keep getting hit. All right, I'm chill. I'm OD. So anyway, he sucks. Moving on. Like, it's that simple. Superman, one of the most hyped characters in the game. Personally, I believe. I think Superman is fucking awesome. I think this character is super duper dope. I'm being real. I think Superman is hype. I think he's cheesy with them goddamn grabs, but once you get over that, it's all right. Honestly, it's okay. Superman, of course, has the benefits of being a tank, so his survivability is great. His ability to make it back to the stage, great. Of course, getting comboed might suck as Superman, but you, of course, make up for that by being a tank. Your purpose is to soak up damage, and if you're a tank, you should be able to get comboed. Makes a lot of sense to me. I just think that his offstage game is nuts, and his ability to actually have a command grab in a lot of different instances is something unique to the character that makes him such an amazing, not only follow-up character, but such an amazing partner to just have in general. He's very dependable, no matter what situation you put him in. And even in this meta right now, like, he didn't get nerfed. He's actually kind of chilling. So, yeah, I don't see why he would fall off at all, especially in the doubles meta. I actually argue that Superman is one of the most ideal and best characters to have on your team, period. S on my chest, baby. You know the vibes. Sleeper pick, still to this day, I think this is a sleeping giant, and nobody's realizing it yet. It's either going to take the Stevens to get better or the right player to play Steven for y'all to actually see what this character is capable of and how crazy this character can get. I've argued for a long time that I actually think that this character will potentially rise to top 3. Call me crazy now, watch later. You guys are telling me Wonder Woman sucked? I want Evo with a tutorial character. So, that being said, I think Steven is fucking crazy. And I can't wait till I actually get proven right. And if I get proven wrong, you guys can actually all come together in my chat and throw L's back to back. Back to back to back. And I will take those L's. I will take them, for sure. I will hold that. You got it, you know? I think Garnet needs help. Still, I know, like, next patch, she's getting buffs, just like Taz. They're both getting buffed. I hope she gets a lot of buffs. She feels like a very repetitive character, especially how you have to play her to make her work to begin with. I hope that they buff her enough that her other moves actually get to work in her kit properly, making her more unique to fight and more pleasurable to fight as well. I don't see why you would pick her above any of the characters above her at all. They just all do what she does better, in my opinion. And so, girl needs some help. Help her out. I'm glad the buffs are coming. She, I think she's probably strong in lower elo, but this doubles tier list is mainly me taking into account like top level play. So yeah, in that regard, don't really see them doing anything there. All right, this is gonna come. This one might come to a surprise, honestly. I think on my last tier list, I either had him low tier or mid tier. I think Jake is getting way better, and it's scary. Yo, if you guys didn't notice, we all went to Evo and we came back home and the Jakes took over the ladder. They took over the singles ladder. They took over it. It made no sense. No sense at all. And I'm just sitting there scratching my head thinking, like, how is this happening? Then I watch the coin box and I see a Jake popping off there too. And I'm like, what happened? What changed? Because, like, honestly, I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't see anything amazing. But then when I really thought about it and I sat back and I just observed and I watched them play, I noticed something. They're small as fuck and hard to hit. Not only that, guys, have you ever been in a match with a Jake? I'm dead ass, by the way, whether it's teams or not. And it's crazy because teams, there's 2 of you. Have you ever been in a match with a Jake where you know what he's going to do? It's the flowchart Jake shit. They roll. They do that upswing move. I think it's, what is it, up X or, well, up normal or up special? They swing the axe. Guess what they do after that? Chat, I'm gonna let you guys answer first. What do you think is the next option they pick after that swing? Because I want to make sure I'm not crazy. It's up normal. What do? Punch, they dodge and swing again. Skicky, you got it. They dodge and they do it again. And if it doesn't work the second time, they dodge and they do it again. You might get a little variety sprinkled in there. They might do the little thing where it turns into a ball with spikes. But guess what they're doing after that? Air dodging or turning into a bouncy house. He has a specific flow chart. The issue is that it works, and it works too well to the point sometimes I'm questioning, so when do I hit you? How is it I got the read on you but I can't hit you? That makes me feel like I suck. But then I'm watching everybody else fight it and they also missing. So what that tells me is there's something up with this character, dog. And it ain't just a singles thing, dog. It's not just a singles thing. It's definitely a teams thing as well, because I've seen this character actually pop off and actually do well in teams too. Now, I don't think he's anywhere close to like the upper echelon of these characters. In fact, I'd actually put him towards the lower side of high tier, but I definitely do give credit where credit is due, and I think this character is doing a lot better. But a character that I wish was a lot better in teams is Arya. This is a testament again, and I always say this, I think Rose J is a great player. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like this character is hit or miss, and I always put her mid, not necessarily because of how she can do, like how she is, in my opinion, in terms of like what she's capable of, but she's again very, very dependent on specific comps. Like straight up, you're not pairing Arya and Garnet together and getting a team that's popping off. You're not getting Arya and Taz together and getting a team that is popping off. They are very dependent on who you put them with. Bugs Bunny and Arya work so well off of each other that I'm not surprised that they do as good as they do. In doubles, I think she's mid. In singles, I think she's a much better character because, I mean, it's just you and one other person. It's still difficult to play her though, don't get me wrong. That's why I keep putting her in mid tier. Until she gets a very specific buff that allows her, like if she got a speed buff, I think that would help her tremendously in teams. But then in teams, you always have to add the what's it called? The biggest risk of the fact that you can just straight up take a bunch of damage like that, and she cannot afford to take that damage. So that's why I put her mid. I still think she's a mid-tier character in doubles. If you disagree, that's totally fine. I don't mind. But then you see someone in the chat saying Steven over Arya, bro's delusional. Let me know your accolades. Thank you very much. Up next, going into the list, got Shaggy. I think this is something we can all agree on, honestly. I think this is, I think Shaggy, yeah, look at the chat. Look at the chat. Guys, what do we need to really say? It's not really ordered anymore. It was ordered like really early, but it's not ordered anymore. Shaggy is son. So I got hit by this combo that I didn't know existed, guys. And basically with the Shaggy, I forgot how it started, but it just ended in him doing the stomp, roll, stomp, roll, stomp, roll. I felt like I was getting hit by a fucking infinite across the stage. Next thing you know, I'm at like 60, 70 damage, and I'm just wondering like, yo, when was this in the game? And I gotta look at this dude, right? See, Shaggy be making me tight. I know people get tight at the karate kick. I don't really care about that. What pisses me off is just him charging. Something about him charging up makes me mad. Because when the Shaggies start the match and they auto go and charge, I'm just like, bro, you're pissing me off. The charging is so tilted. And so, honestly, I mean, he's a great all-arounder character. He's not really hard to pick up. He's not hard to play. He has solid damage. He has fucking great combos now all of a sudden. Kill power, a comeback factor. I mean, how do you say he sucks in teams? This is all stuff that is very, very, very useful in a team setting. Not to mention that super sandwich shit. Yeah, yes. Psychology. That super sandwich shit in teams is OD. That shit is huge, man. You get hit by that, you are taking damage. Shaggy's solid. It's just that simple. Raindog! I think Raindog is a great team's character. But guess what? What's the point of playing him if Velma's in the game? I'm actually dead serious. What is the point of playing Steven or Raindog if Velma is in the game? Raindog would be a super great character if he wasn't so heavily overshadowed by Velma. And so, honestly, with the ability to scrap now, he's a much more exciting character. He's really popular, funny enough. I actually like how popular he's gotten, especially because he's an original character. I think that's cool. However, he's not bad. He's not close to being bad. It's just, why play him? It's just my opinion. Straight up, my opinion. Chat, how we feel about Finn? Didn't he get nerfed a bunch? I rarely ran into this character. Let me put him down here for a second. I rarely ran into Finn. I feel like Finn kind of fell off I'm not gonna lie, I feel like he kind of fell off. He got buffed? Oh, right, wait. Yes, correct. He did get buffed. Assassin's actually kind of got buffed. He got nerfed. I think he's mid. He got nerfed, then buffed. Yeah, but like, I don't see him anymore. A lot of people, this was one of the popular characters to complain about, and now you rarely ever see him anymore. Does that mean he's mid? Just because we don't see him anymore, that doesn't mean he's mid tier. However, I don't think he's as strong as he used to be. This might be the craziest take. I don't think he's as strong as he used to be. He used to be a fucking insane character. Now, when I see a Finn in the game, I don't really care. Which honestly kind of sucks, because I don't want characters to get nerfed to the point where they're much worse. But as much as people complain about characters, it's inevitable, and they're gonna keep. So this is the flowchart, right? And this, I guess, this is any game. Everybody complains about one character, move on to the next one. Complain about that one, move on to the next one. And it's a trickle effect until you basically just made everybody in the roster boring and uninteresting. I think cheese is a good thing. I think every character should have some form of cheese. But when people lose to something, instead of learning the matchup, they want it gutted. Now, if you're talking about characters that over-centralize the game, I get it. But Finn just kind of seemed like a casualty among the others. And honestly, I don't think it would take too much of a buff to bring him back to glory, but I guess we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Harley Quinn. I don't give a shit what you guys say. Harley players, I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to you right now. And I'm only talking to the ones that try to pretend that this character sucks. I'm talking directly to you. Wake up! Your character doesn't suck. Your character got balanced. There's a difference. Literally a difference. If you suck with Harley and teams, that's because you ain't playing her with the team's mind. Y'all be trying to play singles, Harley, and doubles and wonder why you're getting boxed up. Think about it real quick. Literally think about it. I want you to think really hard. Experience, in my opinion, I think experience is the best Harley, and then I think there is a severe gap. That is how you play Harley in teams. He makes that shit work, but guess what? He doesn't need to play Harley anymore because he just fucking plays Bugs Bunny. Because what's the point? There's no point. Straight up. No point. So, my opinion, the way I see him being hyper aggressive with that character, utilizing her aerials and her on-ground hitboxes to deal severe damage. Not only that, the fact that you get linked into those hitboxes and it allows his partner to follow up for free because you can't get out, and you want to tell me this character sucks? You want to tell me this character can't kill? The character can also set up for potential situations for kills with their partner. I'm not hearing it, bruh. Sorry, I'm just not hearing it. You can be light. You deserve to be light for everything you could do. Sorry, your character got balanced. Big whoop. Either drop her or go play Bugs. Go play Bugs, baby. Next up, LeBron. Goodbye, LeBron. I think I had LeBron in high tier on my last tier list. Chad, I actually want to know what you guys think about LeBron right now. What do you guys think in teams? I just think that all the characters above him just do everything better than him much easier. Not only that, I think the Shockwave nerf actually kind of bodied him. I think taking away Shockwave was one of the worst things you could have did. That move is already hard to hit, his slam dunk. Shockwave at least allowed you to punish people that straight up were able to roll. And get, like they roll. Shockwave caught you. You feel me? I don't know. I think, again, this character is really technical. This character has a high ceiling of potential, but that potential just has not been tapped into yet. I could totally be wrong. Who knows? Maybe in a couple patches, or maybe this patch, someone just pulls him out and just ODs with him and he's high tier, or who knows? But I'm just not seeing it yet. By the way, again, this is not ordered anymore. So don't think too heavy about it. I saw someone say, yo, he put LeBron over Finn. It's not ordered anymore. And now we got the final 3 characters. This is just obvious. Now, Chad, I'm going to say something about Batman. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I want your opinion. Does Batman have a different dodge than all the other characters in the game? I honestly feel like I cannot hit this character, but I can hit everybody else. I feel like LeBron and Batman could dodge at the same time, and I'll hit LeBron, but not Batman. Bro, TK, I'm dead ass, bro. I feel like I cannot hit this character. When I fight Batman, I'm praying that my move hits. That's a problem, bro. I'm playing Wonder Woman. I know when I'm gonna hit somebody. Batman is the one character, and it's whenever I fight him, it doesn't matter who. I feel like he has more iframes in his dodge, his air dodge. I just don't get it. His mobility is crazy. That alone makes that character a problem, accompanied with the fact that his up special is the size of Jupiter, bro. He does that, son. His arm is a hitbox, hand is a hitbox, the cape is a hitbox, his two fucking pointy bat ears are a hitbox. And I'm just wondering, bro, how is this happening to me, dude? Like, how is this happening? I kind of want him to go back to being ass. I'm joking. Half joking. He light though. That's what they all say though. Yo, he needs it, bro. He light. Okay. Why the fuck? And no, some Batman players have the nerve to say he needs to be heavier. They'll argue, how the fuck is this character heavier than Batman? It doesn't make sense. Well, bucko, you can do everything. You also want to be heavy too? What else do you want? Please, let me know. You already got a move that plays neutral for you. What else do you need? In fact, I'd be worried. Son, when I'm not dying at Batman, I'm worried about what they're not doing right. Because I'm still trying to hit you. Anyway, team combos, edge guarding, very hard to hit. Great follow-up character. He can follow up off of people very well and just body you for it. Yeah, that character is crazy. I hear in 1v1 he's even worse. So, you singles enthusiasts, have a blast. I'll stick to the main format of the game. Morty in doubles. You know what? If I'm being honest, I need more time. Just came out today. I actually don't know. As much as I think he's a great character, in my mind, I think he's a high tier character. But have nothing to back up that claim right now. I'm gonna have to just leave him there. Honestly, on paper, when I look at what he does, I think he would be an exceptional team partner. And me and Void actually played a bit of that today. But making a guide for a character is not the same thing as ranking their standing in the current meta. I can have my opinion on it, but we don't have the data to support it. So he'll sit at the bottom with his fellow other characters that are coming soon, and in a future tier list, we'll revisit Morty's placement. And if this ain't obvious, I think Wonder Woman is an excellent teammate. I think she's a great character in teams especially. You guys see me play this character all day, every day. You've already seen some of the shit that I do. If you still think that she's mid-tier, well, you're living way back in the past. Like, way back in the past. Because I don't think at any point she was ever mid-tier. I think she was close to it, but I don't think she was ever a mid-tier character. I thought a lot of other characters are better than her. And to this day, I actually still think, even despite the buffs helping us a lot, there are still better characters than her in this game. A lot of them. Like, if I looked at this list right here, I would put, let me see. Yeah. I would put all these characters better than her. Not Harley. Not Jake. And shit, I could be wrong about Jake. But she's a great character, and I feel like there's still room to even make her better. Now, of course, since I main her, people are going to say, bro, you're downplaying this character so hard. I had to upplay her for the longest time because everybody says she was fucking garbage. Low tier, mid tier, she ain't gonna do shit. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, dog, what are you talking about? I think I know how capable this character is. And although I would love for her to be better than all those characters above her, she's just honest. And I feel like people can't take that. They can't take when a character is honest. They can't take it. A character either has to be broken bullshit or trash. There can never be a character that's just an honest representation of skill. Like, I want to know what cheese. I always ask this question. What's the cheesiest thing about Wonder Woman? I want to know. In chat, you can chime in. What do you think is cheesy about Wonder Woman compared to everything else these characters can do? Down air is cheesy? Do you understand how hard it is to hit her there? Oh, Lord. Whip. Cool. Whip. Something that you have to aim that has a strict hitbox. Situational, too. If that's the cheesiest thing that you could say, I think they did a really good job of making that character. Honestly. For those who say down special, now you guys are thinking. But anyway, guys, this is my tier list for patch 1.01. Currently, this is what the meta is looking like in my mind. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section below. And of course, if you agree, well, let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Road to 50K on YouTube, and we're going to steadily approach that 100K, and it can only happen with you guys. And of course, follow me on all my socials. Twitter, got my Discord in the description below. Patreon, definitely hit that up if you want my content earlier. I got a Metafy, got an IG, I got it all, man. So if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, just pick one. Pick them all, to be honest. Take it easy. Peace out. Deuces.